Hey, Vikings Nation. Skull. It's your boy, your name, bringing the heat with the latest news rocking the football world. Picture this. Our beloved former Vikings quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, just got hit with a suspension from his coaching gig at Miami Northwestern High School. Yeah, you heard that right. Teddy, the guy who led us to the playoffs in 2015, is in hot water for allegedly helping his players in ways the rulebook says he shouldn't. What's going on here? Is this fair, or is it a total fumble? This story's got drama, heart, and a whole lot of questions, and we're diving deep into it today. From Teddy's epic Vikings days to his state championship win as a high school coach, we're unpacking it all. Why is the Florida High School Athletic Association, FHSAA, coming down so hard on him? Stick with me for 10 scenes of pure Vikings passion, breaking down every angle of this saga. So, grab your purple and gold, hit that like button already, and let's get into it. Are you as shocked as I am about Teddy's situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments as we go. Let's see what Vikings Nation thinks. Ready? Let's roll. This 2025 and Teddy Bridgewater, our former Vikings hero, is making headlines, but not for throwing touchdowns. After retiring from the NFL in February 2024, Teddy took the helm as head coach at his alma mater, Miami Northwestern, leading them to a Class 3A state championship in his first season. The dude's a legend, dropping 41-0 bombs in the playoffs like it's nothing. But now he's suspended, and it's all over some impermissible benefits he allegedly gave his players. According to reports from ESPN and CBS Sports, Teddy confirmed the suspension on Facebook, saying it came from Miami Northwestern itself. The issue? He was covering costs like Uber rides, meals, and recovery services for his players, stuff he paid out of his own pocket, to the tune of thousands per week. Sounds like a coach going above and beyond, right? But the FHSAA isn't having it, and now Teddy's on the sidelines, literally. What's the deal here, Vikings Nation? Is Teddy being punished for being too generous? Or is there more to this story? Have you ever seen a coach get heat for helping kids get to practice? Hit the comments with your take, because this one's got me fired up. Let's rewind to Teddy's glory days with the Minnesota Vikings to understand why this hits so hard. Drafted in the first round in 2014, Teddy was our guy, cool under pressure, slinging passes with precision, and leading us to an 11-5 record and a Pro Bowl nod in 2015. That season, he threw for 3,231 yards and 14 touchdowns, showing the NFL what Vikings pride looks like. But a devastating knee injury in 2016 changed everything. And though he fought back, he became a journeyman, playing for 6 teams over a decade. Fast forward to 2023, Teddy hangs up his cleats and heads back to Miami Northwestern, where he was a high school star. In his first year coaching, he takes the Bulls to a 12-2 record and a state title, crushing Reigns 41-0 in the championship game. This man's a winner, Vikings Nation. So why is he now facing a suspension for doing what seems like the right thing? The plot thickens, and I'm wondering, does this remind you of Teddy's resilience with the Vikings? He never gave up even after that injury. Should he fight this suspension, or is the system too stacked against him? Let me know what you think. So what exactly did Teddy do to get in trouble? On July 7, 2025, he posted on Facebook, laying out the costs he covered for his players last season. $700 a week for Uber rides, $1,300 for recovery services, $2,200 for pregame meals, $9,500 for team gear, and a whopping $14,000 for a training camp. That's over $200,000 from his own pocket. Teddy's heart was in the right place, helping kids who might not have the means to get to practice or recover properly. But here's the catch. The FHSAA has strict rules against impermissible benefits, and Teddy's post raised red flags. He even asked fans to donate to help cover these costs this year, which might have tipped off the authorities. Teddy says he self-reported these expenses to the school, but now he's suspended, and the FHSAA is digging deeper, according to Rivals and USA Today. Vikings Nation, is this fair? Teddy's out here acting like a community hero, but the rulebook says he crossed a line. Should high school rules be this strict, or is this about protecting fairness? Drop your thoughts below. I'm dying to hear your perspective. The FHSAA isn't new to cracking down on this stuff. Last fall, the First Academy in Orlando got slapped with a 2-year postseason ban and a $36,000 fine for similar violations. Free lunches and a single Uber ride for players. Compare that to Teddy's situation. $700 a week for Ubers alone. The FHSAA's Policy 36 on athletic recruiting is no joke, and they're clearly sending a message. But is it the right one? Teddy's post on July 13th was defiant. He wrote, "The suspension came from MNW, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you," hinting he might not even be an official employee. He's ready to coach from the bleachers if he has to, just like he volunteered in 2018 and 2019. That's the Teddy we know, loyal, tough, and all about the kids. What's your gut telling you, Vikings Nation? Is the FHSAA being too harsh, or are these rules keeping things fair? If Teddy's not an employee, can they really suspend him? Let's get that comment section buzzing with your takes. Now, let's talk about the kids. Teddy's players at Miami Northwestern aren't just athletes. They're young men chasing dreams, many from communities where resources are tight. Teddy's $2,200 weekly meal budget meant they ate like champions before games. His $1,300 for recovery services helped them stay healthy. This isn't buying fancy cars. It's basic support to keep them in the game. But the FHSAA sees it differently. Their rules say no coach or school rep can provide benefits that could influence recruiting, per USA Today. Teddy's actions, while generous, might have violated that. The crazy part? He self-reported, thinking transparency would protect him. Now, his players might lose their coach, and that's a gut punch. Vikings Nation, who's really losing here? The kids need mentors like Teddy, but the rules are tying his hands. Should he have kept quiet, or was self-reporting the right move? Hit the comments and let's debate this. The reaction to Teddy's suspension has been wild, especially on X. Posts from fans and former players like Robert Griffin III and Chad Johnson are calling this a travesty. RG3 wrote, "Teddy got suspended for taking care of his players when they were in need, teaching them how to take care of their bodies." Chad Johnson added, "Teddy should be celebrated, not suspended." Vikings Nation, you feeling this love for our guy? Even Cam Jordan from the Saints chimed in, defending Teddy's character. This isn't just a local story. It's sparking a national debate about high school sports rules. Are we punishing coaches for caring too much? Or is the FHSAA protecting the integrity of the game? What side are you on, Vikings Nation? Should Teddy be hailed as a hero or held accountable? Drop your thoughts below, and let's see if we can get this debate trending. Skol. Teddy's history with the Vikings makes this sting even more. Back in 2015, he was our beacon of hope, leading us to the NFC North title before that heartbreaking wild card loss to Seattle. His 66.4% completion rate and cool-headed leadership won our hearts. Even after his injury, he showed grit, bouncing back to play for teams like the Saints and Dolphins. Now, he's bringing that same grit to coaching, but the system's fighting him. Teddy's Facebook post suggested some school admins might want him out, even alleging they tried to hire one of his friends behind his back. That's some drama, Vikings Nation. Is this personal or just bureaucracy? What do you think Teddy's next move should be? Fight to stay at Northwestern, or take his talents elsewhere? Let's hear your game plan in the comments. The FHSAA's investigation is still ongoing, and as of July 14, 2025, they're gathering information, per Rivals. No official timeline, no confirmed penalties beyond the suspension, and Miami Northwestern hasn't even verified Teddy's status. This uncertainty is killing me. Teddy says there's no real investigation, but the FHSAA's not backing down. What's weird is Teddy's claim he's not an employee. If true, can the school really suspend him? He's vowed to stay, even if it means coaching from the bleachers. That's the Teddy we love, unshakable, just like he was in the pocket for the Vikings. Vikings Nation, what's the endgame here? Will Teddy be back on the sidelines? Or is this a bigger battle? Drop your predictions below, and let's keep the Skol spirit alive. Let's zoom out for a second. High school football in Florida is intense. Think Friday night lights with palm trees. But the FHSAA's rules are stricter than a Mike Zimmer defense. They're cracking down on anything that smells like an advantage, from free meals to rides. Teddy's case isn't isolated. It's part of a trend, as on 3 noted, where schools are getting hit hard for similar violations. Teddy's situation could set a precedent. If he's punished harshly, it might scare other coaches from helping kids in need. But if he's cleared, it could spark a convo about loosening these rules. Either way, Teddy's fighting for his players, just like he fought for every yard with the Vikings. What's your call, Vikings Nation? Should the FHSAA rethink their rules? Or is this about keeping the playing field level? Hit the comments and let's get loud. Alright, Vikings Nation, here's where we wrap it up. Teddy Bridgewater's suspension is a tough pill to swallow. He's a guy who gave everything for the Vikings and now for his high school kids, only to get sidelined for caring too much. Whether it's $700 for Ubers or $14,000 for training camp, Teddy's heart is purple and gold through and through. We don't know how this'll play out, but one thing's clear. Teddy's not going anywhere, and neither is our support for him. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Teddy being wronged, or are the rules the rules? Subscribe for more Vikings news, hit that like button, and share this with every Vikings fan you know. Let's show Teddy some Skol love. Until next time, Vikings Nation, stay loud, stay proud, and let's keep rooting for Teddy and our team. Skol Vikings. Who's with me? Let's make some noise.